Hello guys, welcome back to the layout. Real quick update on the progress that's been going on. Um, those of you that are kind of new, you can go back and check my channel in the previous videos. We have HO scale running down here on the bottom level, and we have O gauge up here on the top level. We got about 98% of all the O gauge layout sheeted with plywood all the way through here, as you can see. This is a 1/2 inch plywood I'm using. Something tells me I probably should have went with 3/4 inch plywood, but I don't want to pay $40, $50 a sheet for plywood, so this was $24 a sheet. So we got 98% of the O gauge layout sheeted with plywood. I just have to fill this gap in right here in the foreground right here with plywood, and then I just have to cut this corner off right here and put this sheet of plywood in. And I gotta put one little strip of plywood in back there. And that'll complete the bench work for the entire layout. And then once I get those couple pieces in, then I can go back and focus more on laying track up here on the O gauge level. As you can see, this is just like a hot mess right now. I need to get me another cross turnout right here, another right-hand turnout to go right here. I don't want to use the smaller turnouts because I want these high-speed, longer turnouts for crossover from main line to main line. So I have to get another one of those put in there. And then these two tracks are going to curve up over there to that corner. Well, this outside track is going to curve up there to that corner. And this inside track is going to keep curving on the inside this way, on an angle that way. And then it'll go up into a yard lead up into the engine servicing facility up there in the middle. And then the two main lines will continue on here in the foreground and loop up around. And then once this track comes up over there to that corner, I'm going to have another Y that comes down this way and go out. Let me show you the track plan here. I found this track plan online. The green lines is kind of what we went by for the O gauge HO scale level for the green lines that you can see running along here. And then the red lines is what the O gauge layout's going to look like. Pretty much exact, except that instead of having 4 tracks right here on this side here, we're only going to run 2 tracks coming up on that side there. And then we still have the 2 tracks coming on the outside here into the foreground here. So we're standing right about here. And then, so that's what it's going to look like up through here, that way. So this is kind of like what the yard's going to look like. But yeah, we got some O gauge track put down. Everything is really not permanent, locked in yet. We're just playing with it just to see how everything is going to fit. As you can see, it's a hot mess right now. I got pieces laying everywhere. But the town scene is going to have to be pushed back more. But as far as this goes, it's rolling along pretty good. We got tracks coming up here like I showed you on the track plan. We got the two main lines going up there, and then it's going to curve around there and then back down the yard lead back over here. And then we got the 2 main lines that continue on here on the outside and go on around here. And we got HO scale down here at the bottom continuing as well, still going. And so this is what it's looking like in the front. This is what it looks like in the front of the layout right now. And I'm not going to have any grades or anything on the O gauge layout. I am thinking about building a 3rd level just so I can have a big, long, high bridge on the on an O gauge level. Maybe just 1 loop of track for a 3rd level up on top. And just so I can have a big, long, massive bridge, like a masterpiece bridge. I love bridges. I think they're really good looking on a layout, especially on a no gauge layout. So I'm kind of planning on doing that. Not yet. I'm not locked solid on doing a 3rd level, but that's what I have in mind. I can't really do a big bridge like that on this level here just because, you know, it's so close to the HO scale level, it's not going to really look that great. But I do have, I did get some scenery work done here on the HO scale level. The ballast that I'm using is Arizona Rock and Minerals ballast from Arizona Rock and Minerals. This ballast is actually real crushed rock, and this is CSX and Norfolk Southern Gray. So this is what the real crushed rock looks like for ballast, and this is the only bridge that I have on the layout for O gauge. This one right here, and I'm going to have another span going over here right beside it. And then again, those tracks are going to curve around the wall there and then back out to that corner, down the middle. And then I'm going to have a turnout there to go up to that corner. And then it's going to continue, and it's also going to continue straight on down to the Y, like I showed you earlier. So that's what the layout looks like so far. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know, this is a pretty massive looking layout, and this layout is going to be really awesome looking once it's finished, because my goal is to have this layout like a museum quality masterpiece once it's finished. And as you can see, it's already on its way there. I mean, we got the Greyhound bus station and, you know, the O gauge tracks here in the foreground just running. This layout is going to be a masterpiece once it's finished. So if this layout doesn't deserve a subscriber, I don't know what does. So hit that subscribe button. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And like the farmers always say, keep it in between the rows.